Hey friends, this video is for the Spring Fling Challenge, and I wanted to spend a little bit of time today talking about movement because we haven't gotten to that yet, and it's really important. And movement means more than just exercise. I think we limit ourselves when we think of exercise. We think of exercise as running on a treadmill, running on the ground, lifting weights, taking a class at the gym. And movement is much more. So it's really important that you understand functional movement and that our body is designed to do certain things. Climb, lift, bend, squat. Those are all part of our biological design. And so no matter what your fitness level is, there's some kind of movement that is going to be useful for you. Now, if you've taken your DNA test, in the DNA test, we talk about what types of movement you have based on whether or not you have the sprint gene, the endurance gene, or the mixed gene. If you have the sprint gene, that means that your body likes, maybe you don't like it, but your body likes power, strength, quick, rapid, intense movements, and that's what it reacts best to. So that could be high intensity interval training, it could be powerlifting, it could be short bursts of intense exercise. If you have the endurance gene, which is only about 14% of the world, I unfortunately have this gene. That means that longer durations of lower intensity exercise are actually better for your body. Things like swimming, hiking, cycling, running, but not marathon running, which really isn't good for anybody. And walking, just walking. So those things are good for you. And if you have the mixed gene, then you need to do some of each because your body's going to respond well to both, and it needs a little bit of balance. And so there are certain sports that lend themselves to those things. But if you're just starting out and you don't know what to do, and your fitness level is low, you've been a couch potato, or you're limited by an injury, or there's something preventing you from getting out and exercising, even if it's just you really hate exercise, walk. It's free, it's easy, it's low impact, and you can start with short durations or short distances and build up. Yoga. Even if you're doing chair yoga or simple stretches, you want to get moving. When you park your car, park further away, walk farther. I bought a new car last year, and so this has kind of been my strategy in a lot of things because I don't want to park near anybody. So I park in the farthest spot and I walk to wherever I'm going. I am getting in way more steps that way each day. And so little simple easy things like that. Reach for things on high shelves, put things away on high shelves, so you have to stretch, you have to squat, you have to jump. When you pick things up, bend down at the knees and pick them up correctly. Even if they're little daily tasks that you're doing anyway, make them be intentional about how you move, and you'll be surprised at what a difference that makes. Also, it will help alleviate pain. And I want to talk about one thing that we talk about in our team, but we don't always talk about with our clients. And that's something called egoscue. And egoscue are little movements, simple movements that can be done at home, need no equipment. But what they do is they correct structurally the way that our body is supposed to stand, sit, and move. So that way, you can use these little movements. They're not intense. They're not difficult. Anybody can do them. You can do them anywhere. You can do them in your car, in your house, when you're waiting to go to the bathroom, before you get in the shower, or when you're in the shower. And you do these little movements repetitively to retrain your musculoskeletal system to stand correctly, to have good posture, to breathe correctly, to engage your muscles properly. And these little tiny movements in very short durations actually make a huge difference, especially if you're suffering from chronic pain or you're overweight. And so I challenge you to look up egoscue on YouTube, on Google. There is several books written on egoscue method. There are TikToks and Instagram pages about Egoscue. Just search Egoscue, and we'll post some things in the comments below as well. And start incorporating these functional movements into your daily life, and you will be surprised at how much your posture improves, how much your pain improves, your inflammation goes away, your strength increases, just by doing these little tiny things. So find yourself a functional movement that you enjoy doing and commit to doing it daily. Mine is just walking. And I can always find time to walk. It's always free. And even if I'm just walking in circles around while I'm doing other things, I can get some steps in. And then I challenge you to experiment with Egoscue. And I want to hear all about how your experiment goes. So put your comments in here so that I can read them later. I'll talk to you guys soon.